Today was the Warhammer preview show, and I'm going to watch it, and we're going to talk about all the new models and what the future of Warhammer is going to look like. Alright, let's hop right into this. I figure we'll just jump around to like when they show off everything and let them talk about it. And we'll kind of discuss what we feel about how this is looking. So let's get right into it, which it looks like the first thing is right coming up here.
So there's loads of great stuff to enjoy. Should we start with our first reveal?
I think we should have our first reveal. We waited long enough.
Right, well, let's run the show. We are really excited to preview to you today Warhammer Quest Darkwater, the latest iteration of the...
I know really nothing about Warhammer Quest,
series,
so
and it's a fantastic adventure game.
I don't really have any opinion on this.
Eddie, what can you tell us about
We'll listen to what he has to say,
For
though.
those of you who are familiar with Warhammer Quest, you might have played some of the Warhammer Quests in the past. It is effectively you and a band of friends go on an adventure into the darker, more grim places within the Warhammer setting. In this particular one, you are going into the Jade Abbey, which is deep in the realm of life in an area corrupted by Nurgle. And as you saw there in the video, there is an amazing range of Magican of Nurgle miniatures in that box set for your...
That sounds cool.
So
I like the sound of it.
Fantastic, yeah, let's do the model.
So some of these ones we have already had a chance to look at on the Warhammer Community website. We've previewed a few of the heroes already. We'll have a quick rattle through some of those. But first off,
Yeah,
this
let's get
is
to the goods, you know?
set spread there, and you can see you've got a whole bunch of new Warhammer miniatures.
Yeah, absolutely. It's everything you need to have these outstanding adventures and to explore the Jade Abbey. We'll talk in more detail about some of the things that, if you are familiar with previous iterations of Warhammer Quest, might be raising questions, in particular the board. Don't worry, we'll show you everything you need to know. Let's look in some detail at the miniatures. If you want to be
We don't have to wait.
arrogant and expert warrior,
Okay. This dude looks pretty fucking cool, I will say.
Very cool miniature.
Pretty
we have seen this one
freaking
before already, so
cool.
we'll
Absolutely.
move swiftly to some of the next heroes, hopefully.
Yeah, I like this dude.
Look at. Here we are. There's another one that we have, I think, seen already, but a very cool model, so we'll just look at it for a little bit. This is Inara Scion, the Cleansing Blade. She
Like the floating effect, very cool.
is one of the last survivors of the Jade Abbey's fall, and she has come back with the power of the realm of Gyron to try and cleanse the forces of Nurgle from her former abbey.
Out of the other four,
Sick.
the other characters that we've already previewed, the next one up should be, there we go. Inara's still showing off for everybody. She carries an amphora of the cleansing waters that the Jade Abbey were once famous for, and she plans to use that to restore life to the Abbey. This is Bren Tylis, the Renegade Saint. She's the descendant of a real proper saint, but she's lived her life as a warrior mercenary, and now feels a higher call, so she's
Cool.
scavenged the armor of her ancestors.
Pretty standard.
And she's
Nothing
joining
too
this quest
fancy
to
on
try
this
and make
one, but I like that
herself,
little lantern.
hence thinking that name, the Renegade Saint.
I
Finally,
think the next one that we have seen already might be your favourite of the boxes.
this is my favourite of the heroes in the box by a long way. I've waited quite a long time to see a Duardin that looks like this. This is Drolf Ironhead.
This dude's sick. I actually like this guy a lot.
The arch enemy in Darkwater enacted a horror on his hold and flooded it with fetid waters and drove his people out. So he's on a vengeance quest. He's joined this mission into,
Dual wielding axes.
Darkwater
Yeah, that's a cool
to seek
cool
revenge for what
dwarf
happened to his kinsmen.
Yeah,
miniature.
it's a really cool classic Duardin miniature. You can't
like
quite
it.
see it on these shots, but he does have a crossbow.
Dwarden.
Foldable crossbow on his back.
But
Right.
we've seen these ones already. Let's
Ooh,
have a look at
crossbow
something
on the
new,
back.
shall we? Here we are.
Bonus
This is,
points.
Helfanor, the Forest Prince. This
Forest
is a Kurnothi
Prince.
hero, so a kind of silver nether-lined follower of the god of the hunt.
Pretty sweet.
And he is a
It's like
prince
a
of his people
miniature
on his
dude.
quest to find the biggest, scariest monster he can and kill it in the name of the god of hunting. And he has picked out the demon prince that squats at the heart of the Jade Abbey to kill, he is going to claim that head for the god of the hunt.
Let me know in the comments if you guys like play
next up,
Hero or Warhammer
really
Quest at all, or if that's something
hero.
you're interested in. Some of these miniatures are cool,
I don't know if you can
which
hear it
has,
at home,
you know,
the sort of noise that went over the crowd. It was quite
for a paint session, but
this is Drashavorn.
yeah, but
This is
I'd have to look
Drashavorn.
more into
He's
the actual
chieftain
game.
of a tribe of savage warriors who live in
This
the
dude's
Rubber
like,
Hide. And he's got an interesting thing on his
yeah,
side. You can
it's
see
an
the
interesting
ebon claw,
character.
which gives him this power to take on a more feral and
Is it
savage
like,
aspect.
yeah, what is it? It's like
He's
a
here
werewolf
for blood.
human
He's absolutely gunning
deer
for
hybrid or something.
taking
It's got
control of the
antlers.
Abbey. His people, they live by the rivers that flow through it, and their lands are now corrupted and polluted by the sort of toxins that come out of the Jade Abbey since its fall.
Absolutely, yeah, very cool. You can see him from various different angles. He was once a man, is slowly morphing into a creature of Gyron, a kind of half beast, half man. That's a pretty classic hero for you there. Next up, this might be my favourite from the box. This is Jacobus Vine, the Jade Wizard. We've had Jade Wizards
I like
in
this.
Warhammer for almost.
So yeah, this is
40+
like
years, I think.
this is like Warhammer
a
fantasy
mage
based,
from
I'm
the
guessing
Realm of
maybe.
Realm of Gyron, and as you can see there, he's accompanied by spiked
that is
spirits
definitely a
of
cool
Realm of
looking
Gyron there. He has
wizard
a
dude.
little owl creature on his shoulder and a
And glowing
fox-like
wolf.
dog spirit.
And I like the
runs
owl,
around.
that
Yeah,
is sick.
essentially his wooden dog called Whisper, and that's a really useful playing piece within the game, and he's got a spite owl chat on his shoulder. Yeah, he's fantastic. And also, I like the fact that his feet don't touch the ground. The vines are keeping him sort of...
I think if I was walking around in Nurgle's garden, I wouldn't want to touch the ground with my feet either, frankly. So, those are the heroes. That's your choices. And when you play this game, it is a cooperative game. The idea is that you get together with a bunch of your friends and fight through against the various horrible denizens of the Jade Abbey. Let's have a look at some of those, starting with the smallest and least scary of the monsters.
Almost cute. These are the Maya Kelpies. These are horrible demonic creatures
Almost
that
cute.
sort of slump around in the disgusting waters that
You sure
sort
about
of
that?
run ankle deep throughout the entirety of the Jade Abbey.
They're cool, though.
Individually, not very dangerous.
They're like
but if you find yourself
goo
cornered,
monsters
they'll
with
surround you
skulls.
and pull you down. You have to be careful about them at all times.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of made of the horrible infested
Kelpies.
fen water of the Jade Abbey that is infested with Nurgle's curses and plagues. So those are your smallest monster. Next up, we have something a little bit... Oh, no, sorry. Before we get there, we have the treasure token. So even the treasures in this quest are kind of possessed and infested, and you have to pull them from the slimy claws of a demon of Nurgle.
The one with the big eye is just adorable.
Don't know what that means.
It is a little
but
bit adorable, but
They're
also
cool
sort of
looking
gross.
little
Yeah.
things.
There we are. Those are the treasure tokens. There's a couple of those in the box as well. Those represent things that you're trying to find, and I guess you're trying to get that sword. Although
Patterns that
There
you
you
see on all of the war gear. That's a recurring
Pox
motif throughout the Jade
wretches.
Abbey. And was sort of once
Some
I guess,
Nurgle
connected to the realm
Pox
of life and
walkers.
the sort of the positive things you saw on the Jade Wizard staff.
Cool.
But now it's been corrupted and subverted into something entirely unpleasant.
yeah, you can see the kind of symbol of Gyron is slowly morphing into the symbol of Nurgle there on the guy's breastplates. But there we go.
Anchorborn. This is what it looks like. We've seen what it looks like when demons possess weapons or demons possess creatures. This is what it looks like when demons
Cankerborn.
literally possess the ground. These are hideous conglomerations of the ground of the Jade Abbey, combined
Demons.
with demonic essence. And you can see they've got stones and rocks on
That's
their
cool.
shoulders. They've got 3 heads.
I like that.
Plague bearers.
I like that
These are
one.
foul creatures.
This one here with the
and
huge
extremely
axe.
dangerous.
Yeah, you can see
Pretty
like bits
sick.
of ancient sacred stone is on their back, and you can imagine that Nurgle has infested the land around them, and these sort of like henge-like structures are kind of coming out of the ground. They would have previously been in the sort of sacred fens of Gyron, but there's been well and truly. They are effectively the former Templar defenders
Here
of the
we
Jade
go,
Abbey,
Blight
fallen
Templars.
to
I like
the
these
plagues
dudes.
of Nurgle, so very
These are
well
cool.
armored, very durable. You know, knights of
these a
Nurgle,
lot.
effectively.
Yeah, let's go.
And these are some of the toughest troops your guys are going to face as you venture into the Jade Abbey.
I mean, this seems like a cool box.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of cool
And-
miniatures in
and
it.
Who leads the Blight Templars?
And
This
yeah,
is
it's like
my
the whole game.
favourite model in the set.
Pretty sick.
If you didn't hear that at home, that was the crowd
Favorite
going
model
wild
in
for
the
these
set.
guys.
This dude's
this
pretty
is
sick,
Molgoth
yeah.
the Cleaver, and he is
He's
an
got, like,
officer
one
amongst the
huge
Blight
ass
Templars.
hand.
there's a lot to talk about here, but essentially think of him as a superior henchman level character.
Superior.
Your heroes are going to really struggle to fight.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah, he's
about
sick.
this model just
I like that
screams,
huge ass
Golden
hand.
Demon.
Yeah, I think this
cool.
is a phenomenally cool model. I'd be very surprised if we didn't see some painters do some wonderful things with
Yeah,
this.
this
I
is
think
gonna be a
anything Nurgle
Golden
immediately
Demon
lends
entry
itself to a
for
lovely
sure or
paint scheme if
something.
you've got the
That guy's sick.
time. Some of the things on there, that enormous arm with the symbol of Gyron on it, that huge axe.
For me, it's the debossed fly on his.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. The
Really. He's
fly
got
on there,
antlers
the
as well.
embossed
That's kind of a
fly is
recurring
freaking
theme
sick.
across some
That
of
is
these,
super
Nurgle
cool.
miniatures is the corruption of
Pretty cool.
the realm of Gyron, which previously would have had, antlers would have been a symbol of the hunter and god of Kurnoth.
Infest the Jade Abbey. He's a fantastic model, and I can imagine you'll find some use for him beyond.
Goat
Hogwarts,
shaman,
if you so
man.
desire.
Yeah, he looks like a fairly unpleasant character. He's going to be leading those Pestigor.
Yeah, go.
Also gives a little bit of magical trouble for your heroes to have to deal with. He's one of the sort of...
Board. She has an enormous maggot
Cyst
body
witch.
that appears from.
Love the Nurgle names, man.
It's just
I think it's just
absolutely abhorrent.
gross as
There are
shit.
2 more sisters also in the body if you look carefully. This is
That's cool,
completely
though.
repugnant in absolutely the best
I like
way.
the cauldron.
Absolutely gross. Absolutely gross. But there's more that's
There's
not
more?
quite finished yet. Last up, we have the leader of the forces of Nurgle, the Gelgus Hust, who is a demon prince of Nurgle,
Oh, man, you
squatting
get a
at the
whole
center of the
demon
Jade Abbey,
prince?
leading those forces. A former
Is this all in the
Templar,
box? That's
of
pretty
the Abbey
sick.
himself, risen to
That guy's
demonhood,
sick.
for infesting
I
the
love
Jade
that
Abbey
sword
in the
with the
name of
faces
Nurgle.
on there.
Absolutely horrible, but
That's
still
very cool.
phenomenal miniature.
Yeah, I mean everything about this guy just screams like superior, like boss character. He's enormous, he's powerful,
Yeah, he's
and he's going to be
huge,
great
dude.
in this
Oh, I
game.
guess
Also,
those,
I
like-
think if you're a collector of the Maggot of Nurgle,
Those two
in general,
guys
you're going to be very excited to have them in
With
your
the
collection
stones on
too.
their back are pretty much the same size.
Right.
But yeah, he's a pretty.
So we've talked
pretty
at
big
some length
dude.
about the different miniatures that you find inside the set.
Very cool.
It's all really just an incredible selection of models for you to play your games with. But there's more to the set than just that. So let's look at some of the other things that come inside it and help you play your games.
Hopefully. There we are.
So there's the box. I mean, that's useful to put it all.
You have a copy of the box. So
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
this
run off
stuff
for
is
1
all
second.
like,
Yeah.
pretty much what they
don't
have in
want to
every
paint your models
box.
before you play your first game. You don't have to. You'll be able to tell who's who. Because all the bad guys will
Board,
be
some
grey,
dice,
all
and
the
some
guys
of
will be
them,
this
the
sort of bony
book.
colour. Yeah, so Eddie's got the frame, which has got the sort of the.
They are the
character
masters
villains
of
on
minis,
the
so
back of Gelgus
I
Plus,
fully
there's
expect
folded
those to be
Y-wings. He's a really disgusting
as top
character.
quality as always. They look
Keep
good.
inside the box. There's a second box, and that's running around for the
Second
right
box.
tile. This is going to make your games night with your friends and family.
Oh, this is pretty cool.
And the crowd is responding really quite warmly to this. Each of these is an entirely different scenario and situation.
That's pretty cool.
Which means you've got hours and hours of just fantastic.
Yeah, that's very
gameplay
cool.
to
That's a good
enjoy
idea for
as
sure.
you delve through the Jade Abbey and attempt
Yeah,
to
let's
deliver
just
it from the
wreck
hands
the
of
whole
Gelgus.
team.
That was cool.
That was fun. Let's do that.
Let's go. Move on here to the preview. Technical difficulty. Pretty sick.
To the rest of our amazing miniatures coming up
Yeah,
soon.
the audio on this has been
we're staying in
terrible.
the-
Something's going on, so.
To the rest of our amazing miniatures coming up soon.
We're staying in the mortal realms of more Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Let's roll the next slide.
Let's go.
Here we
The next
go.
slide, here we go.
So we've seen Darkwater. What would be cool after all those fantastic miniatures would be if we'd had a bit more Maggotkin of Nurgle.
They're really going hard on the Nurgle. Let's go. That stopped me in my tracks. Oh man, I went so far back. What the frick happened? I just want to see the freaking giant. This dude. Look at this guy. Ooh, Festus the Leech Lord. This guy's freaking cool. Move myself out of the way a little bit. Pretty cool. I like that guy a lot. Just a fat dude on an even fatter bug. And look at the little Nurgle head on the tail there. That's very cool. Cool. Very, very cool.
What a fantastic reveal of new Magic
More minis, yeah, those look cool.
The crowd
I will
really
say.
received some of those things.
Scores coming out.
We'll just go through them here. Pestigores. I mean, yeah. I mean, if Nurgle people are happy. Oh, I should probably move my camera back. Nurgle people are happy tonight.
In addition to the ones that are coming out in.
Expect from Pestigore the horrible distended flesh and legions and buboes and things, and it's a perfect unit to sacrifice in battle as you're trying to win glory for Nurgle.
Absolutely. If you ever wonder what it looked like if you shave a very ill goat and give it a halberd and then send it into combat, this is exactly what that looks like.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. In a Nurgle
The
force. They are incredibly
Rot
durable,
swords.
highly skilled warriors.
I like these guys.
who
These are
can
cool. It's
absolutely
kind
take a
of
beating and keep on fighting through it.
similar
This is a
vibes.
battle line unit effectively for Magic
to
of Nurgle.
the
There's a
miniatures
nice
from that
multi-part
other
kit there.
game.
You've got banners, musicians, champions in there. This is the thing that's going to be the bulk of your force, able to kind of take the charge from enemy units. They can obviously dish out the pain because they've got Nurgle weapons that can infest their enemies as well. But this is just a unit that can take a charge like almost no other.
Man,
Warhammer Age of
Nurgle and Age of Sigmar.
absolutely.
This is gonna be.
And the fantastic opportunity
These
to
are
see
sick.
painting and doing brilliant effects. The models are so detailed. But
feel
I think
like
you
a
could
lot of-
also
a lot of
paint
happy
these very
people
quickly if
today.
you wanted to as well. I look at these and think, how you could apply contrast. See something of a glow up, a little bit of a change of the aesthetic. They now really are the priests of Nurgle. You see that with these robes and the way that they're presenting themselves as
Putrid blight
almost,
skins. These are
like a
sick
priestly,
too.
I guess I've used the word already.
Man.
Vision of Nurgle worship.
A lot of
There's a
freaking
theme
cool.
across a lot of the Magic Kin of Nurgle, which is the corruption of the realm of
They
life.
know how to
see
get
them
you
there
to
with those
spend money,
mutated,
don't
horrible
they?
Antlers. So they've taken symbols of life
some
and
cool guys.
abundance and corrupted it, and they are just an absolutely horrendous looking unit. They look lovely on the battlefield alongside the rest of the Nurgle
that's
things.
sick.
They are the same size bases, I believe, as the current.
Don't sweat it if you've got
Blight
lots of
King.
future Blight Kings. You can just use them as well, it's fine.
Very cool unit.
They look so good, don't they?
Next up, I think, is my favourites. I
we
really
go.
like this is a new cavalry unit for the Magic of Nurgle, the Sloven Knights.
Sloven.
A very popular kit we released in the not
Yeah,
too
these are
distant
sick.
past was the Harbinger of Decay. That was the Nurgle champion on a horse, and now he has an entire unit.
Yeah, I feel like that-
This is a shock
that
cavalry unit. They are
Decay guy
effectively
he was just talking
Nurgle
about. There's
Chaos
been, I've seen a
Knights.
ton of people
They've got
paint
some really
that. So
tasty
yeah,
rules
this will
in
be
game.
sick. They'll have like a whole army
Very handy little ability.
on horseback.
Roll an all-important 3+ and the
Slaven
engagement will
Knights.
strike last no matter what.
Yeah, man,
That
these
is
are
a
very cool.
Powerful
They're
ability.
nailing the
And
Nurgle.
these hit like an
the
absolute
Nurgle
great thing when
minis.
they come in as well. It's fantastic looking unit. But it's fair to say the main event of this release has got to be Festus the Leech Lord.
Let's go.
A
Yeah, this-
hero that
this
we're
is
familiar
cool.
with from
This
the
dude is
world
very
that was.
cool.
Now
I
fully
can't wait to
imbued
see
as a
people
demon
paint
prince of
this
Nurgle,
thing.
riding an enormous slug-like creature. He's just foul.
Yeah, so this
It's
is a character that
crazy.
we've known for quite a long time. He plays an important
There's so
role
much to
in the
it.
forces of Nurgle during the end times and has been blessed by the powers of Nurgle. He's been given an enormous leech. So now the kind of Leech Lord makes sense. You've got a couple of alternate face options
Leech,
there.
I
You can
said
have
slug.
Happy Leech Lord or Sad Leech Lord if you want it.
And if you want to
Tomato.
know what to call his
Potato.
mount, it's called Gatho Blight.
Scatho Blights, oh that's cool. He's got some very cool rules in game as well. He's able to both through magic and in
didn't
combat
see
basically suck the power out of nearby enemy units, power himself up, heal himself. Just a really useful
this guy's
leader,
cool.
really useful piece.
Sorry,
for your
guys, it's like
Nurgle
3:30
armies.
in
I
the
think again,
morning
this
here.
is a really good candidate for a painter as well. Loads of lovely details on the back there. He's
But I
brought
had
this kind
to
of weird
react
collection of concoctions
ASAP.
and putrid things with him.
So I can see
sits
all the cool
right
stuff
at home
coming.
in the center of your Magikin army.
And I'm either gonna have to
Yeah,
start
fantastic.
collecting
And
Nurgle, or
where
hopefully
might
some
one learn
other
about
stuff
all of
is
these
coming
exciting
too.
new models.
a great
And
question,
Their
Adam.
rules, well, it will come as no surprise. There will be a new Chaos Battle Tome for Magikin of Nurgle.
Gotcha.
This is everything you need to
Gotcha.
understand all their lore and the stories and
That
things
makes
that surround them,
sense.
but also how to use them in your games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and Spearhead.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody here play Spearhead? We've been playing a lot of Spearhead back in our office. I'm quite enjoying it. And this one gives you just a
Infested by the forces of Nurgle, so you can play through either as the
They're
forces
going-
of
it's
Nurgle
just
trying to
all
corrupt it,
Nurgle
or as the
today,
forces
huh?
trying to drive back or hold back the Plague Father's legions.
fantastic. Whew, there we go.
Cool though.
That was our Warhammer Age of Sigmar segment.
What was it?
Sigma
How we
segment.
doing? Right.
The Sigmar segment is done. Let's go. Let's freaking go now. Onward and upward.
This is my only chance to atone.
Ooh, some Sisters of Battle.
What were those things?
Getting some Sisters.
Eldari. We shall risk everything for this.
Sisters v Eldari. Let's go.
How do we fight ghosts?
Then this war will last forever. Begin the ritual. The next wave of green
That was
skins will
a
soon
weird,
reach
like,
our world.
random animation switch here. Oh, these are not okay. I was like, this is for the animation suit. I was like, what the frick was that? That was weird. Oh,
The
okay.
Emperor will see us through this.
I do love the animations that they put on, but they're not.
We will not abandon these souls. You have my word. Merciful Emperor.
Warhammer Plus.
That was really cool.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
was
really
cool.
enjoyed that. We saw loads of like snippets from forthcoming animations for Warhammer Plus. Eddie, give us some insight into some of what we saw.
Plus.
Yeah, so we're not
Okay,
going to go
so-
into too much detail today in terms of the names of some of those things,
They're
the titles
doing
of them,
some
but we can tell you
shows.
some of the things about them. We absolutely, these are new animations on their way from Warhammer Plus very soon.
That's cool.
There's some factions we absolutely saw there. We've got some Sisters of Battle, Order of the Sacred Rose. There's some Eldari. Warhammer can be the best it can be.
Let's kind of skip ahead because
Warhammer Plus.
we're talking about
Group,
miniatures,
I hear you say. Well, good news, we can explain it.
Horse
This is
heresy.
effectively a new box set with loads of new miniatures and a couple of returning ones as well. Let's have a look at some of the models. To start off with, we have the much anticipated Mark III Legion Breacher Squad. This is your Space Marines
Some
in
cheers
iron
in the
armor with
crowd.
enormous big shields and all sorts of specialist
these guys look
breaching
cool.
weapons.
You know, I'm of the opinion
I
that
don't
iron armor
really
is the greatest
collect
mark
any
of armor
Horus
ever
Heresy
invented,
currently,
and the breaches are the greatest
but
type of space marines
they
ever
are
invented.
cool.
So these ones are just for me.
I love
Just for
the
you.
sa-
You've
I
got all
love
the
the
things you would want from a
Saturday, the
breach squad in there.
Terminators.
You've of
those
course got shields
new
and bolt
big-ass
guns. You've also got
Terminators are
ground
like
guns in
50
there,
pieces
cutters for getting
to
through
put
there, picks
together.
to make your sergeant.
Those are
everything
cool.
you would need from
and
a
I
Legion
considered
Breacher Squad.
buying them,
Yeah,
even
fantastic.
though I don't
Backing
play
them up in their
Horus
mission
Heresy
to
or
launch
collect them
Siege
at all,
Assault.
but
We have
they're
the
very
very
cool.
welcome new Cataphracti Terminators.
ooh, I like.
Yeah.
I'm a Terminator guy. I
Two
realize.
kits on their way for
Those
Cataphracti
guys are
Terminators.
sick. I
You've
like
got
those
this
a
one
lot.
we can see right now with Volkite charges and power balls, and there is also a kit on the way with combi bolters and power fists. Both of these kits also include upgrades for things like heavy weapons. You've got heavy flamers, autocannons, that sort of thing. And these Cataphracti are now scaled in line with the rest of the Horus Heresy range so that they tower over
Cataphracti,
anybody
yeah, I like
wearing
that
power
name too.
armor
Yeah,
foolish enough to
these
challenge
are
them in a
cool.
fight.
Fantastic.
I
And
like
I think
I like
one of the
a
more popular
Terminator.
marks of Terminator armor as well is Getapracti.
Yeah,
Big
certainly up
ass
there. Also in this
dreadnought.
box set, you have a Leviathan Siege Dreadnought. He isn't new,
Leviathan
but he is
Siege
awesome.
Dreadnought.
He comes with these guys in the box as well. The miniatures will also be available separately as well. So if for some reason you didn't want a Leviathan Dreadnought in your life, it should be crazy. If you didn't want it, you can get these Terminators and the Breach Squad separately as well.
Fantastic. So all of these things are united by their like of sieging. It's not the only new kit or box set coming along for the Horus Heresy. There is more.
Yeah, it's not just about Space Marines.
May we introduce you to the Mechanicum
Ooh,
Skitarii
Mechanicum.
Battle Group.
Skitarii
The stuff in here
Battle
is
Group.
mind-blowing. I remember seeing it for the first time and just being
That's cool.
absolutely like blown away.
I like the mechanical
Let's
models.
break down what comes
They're
in
cool.
this set.
They're very
First are the
detailed.
Yep.
Probably
First are the
annoying to
Skitarii
paint, I'd
Battle
imagine,
Pilgrim
but
Corpus. These
they're
are
cool looking.
the predecessors to the Skitarii legions that you might know from Warhammer 40,000. At the time of the Horus Heresy, the Mechanicum splits. You end up with 2 fabricated generals, and the Skitarii at that time split under each of those fabricated generals. The ones that side with the War Master under Kelbor Hal go real dark.
Yeah, they like blood. They come from the planet named after the god of war, so it's no surprise really that they do like shedding blood. So certainly the traitor Skitarii go a bit off the rails. But even the loyalist ones at this point are still savage warrior pilgrims of Mars. They are irradiated fanatics.
Yeah, they're quite a different beast, aren't they? And you can see in the weapons, he does have a surface gun. There's
cool.
also another thing. There we go.
Like I
The
said,
Voltrax Stratos Automata,
Mechanicum. They're
which
cool.
is available
I like
to the
this
Skitarii
It's pretty
Battle
sick.
Pilgrims.
Awesome.
It's a grav unit which is pushing the edges of what's
Volterix
allowed in technology. And if
Stratos
you're familiar with the Warhammer
Automata.
40,000 range, you know what some of these things end up becoming.
Yeah, absolutely. So this can go into battle alongside your Skitarii, or you can include it in a wider Mechanicum army. The Skitarii themselves can be fielded almost as a self-contained force, but they can also slot in quite happily into the wider Mechanicum army.
Weapons, so Voltlock pistols, Voltlock arquebuses, and it's more of that like weird
So, yeah,
esoteric
that's a
Martian
whole
technology
box.
that perhaps the wider Imperium
Book.
hasn't got its hands on and doesn't understand.
It's either a little bit heretical, or
Sensing
Mars
a
just really
theme.
likes it and doesn't want to share.
Yeah, or just far away. Then can we interest you
Warhammer
in
Legions.
the Saturnine Battle Group? Earlier in the year, that was a nice sort of murmur went across the room.
these are the
Earlier in the year, we had
tiny
Saturnine released,
guys.
which was the new sort of box set for the Horus Heresy. This is the Saturnine models entering the Legions Imperialis game. We've put a model from the big Heresy range alongside it, so you can get a sense of the scale, because these are chunky models. You've got
If
the
you like
Saturnine
them
compared to-
tiny.
We've got a lovely shot of
they're
it next
cool.
to the
There we go.
normal Saturnine
Yeah.
Dreadnought's plasma cannon.
It's already
If you're
hard
curious
enough.
about how this stacks up against your Warhammer Horus
I got a
Heresy
mini- I wanna
Dreadnought,
go
it's about
mini,
the same
mini.
size as this plasma cannon. But the advantage, of course, in Legions Imperialis is that you
It's
can
cool,
field
though. I
entire
guess, like, you
formations
can
of these
have, like,
guys, right? So you
huge-
can have an
huge
entire
ass battles.
Saturnine
I
army
get
of
the- I
things,
get the appeal.
hundreds
That's
of
cool, I get
Terminators.
games,
Not that interested.
like
in it,
units
to be
and
honest.
tanks and vehicles and all of the good stuff.
It's kind of an army in a box, or certainly
Eating well right now.
They're
Not
good. They're really
that
good.
interested in it.
Great. First volume in it is Horus Rising. What is the Horus Heresy Saga, I hear you ask? It is 12 volumes, which have been selected by the Black Library to take you through the Horus Heresy. Otherwise, you're facing like 54 books. And so what this does is it includes sort of the main story arc of the Heresy and a lot of those main events. So things like Ispan 3, Ispan 5.
That'd be cool. I
the
want
Betrayal
to
at
do
Calth,
that. I've been
Prospero,
considering starting to
loads of these
go through
key
the Horus
events that you really
Heresy
need to understand
with, like,
to
audio
make
books
your
and
way
stuff.
through the whole of the Horus Heresy. Eddie's holding a copy of the hardback book right now.
Definitely interested in
If you're in the room,
it.
come and have a look at the end of the
This is
show.
cool. This is a good idea.
It's a beautiful volume, fantastic new artwork. There'll be a paperback edition coming in the future afterwards as well. Who wouldn't trust that guy?
All right, let's move along. Okay?
Deserve to take the time. Enemy.
Nope.
We are moving on now. We've been to the Age of Darkness. Let's return for a moment to the old world if we can.
Bouncing around. They're freaking teasing us
So,
with the 40k.
Let's
No,
play the video.
they're gonna wait until the end, of course.
The enemy are at the walls. Now is the time for for every citizen to take up arms. The great mages of the Celestial Court stand with us. Together, we defend our homeland. This great bastion has stood for 3,000 years. It shall not fall today.
That was pretty cool.
Yes. So, Warhammer: The Old World obviously has come back. We've gone back to the world that was. It's been a lot of fun for those of us who have gone there. One of the huge stories out of Warhammer: The Old World, of course, has been.
Army, you've been a little bit limited.
The Grand Cathay, some more models for the Grand
on the battlefield. Your
pretty
wizards
cool.
options. So the Astromancers provide you with a foot mount.
They gotta fill it out
wizard
it's like
and
brand
a mounted
new,
wizard, so you can
so that
include
makes
them in your
sense.
units,
This
or
guy's
have
sick.
them deploying around
I
the
like the
battlefield where you
vibe,
need them most, and
ancient
provide you with some much needed
Chinese
magical backup.
Warhammer.
Multi-part plastic kit as well. Really, lots of cool little options in there. You can have a look at the different heads and staffs and hands.
That little
and things
raven
they can-
guy
We've
is
also got
cool.
a really adorable Onyx Crow Man as well,
He does have a little crow man with him.
Little crow man.
which is a familiar if you were wondering what it does in the game. Right, it's artillery pieces until now, so these are a really welcome unit. We've also got them with spears if you want.
In game terms, this also gives you like a really useful disposable unit that you
That's
can
where I
have.
was going,
Currently, you're having to rely on your Jade Warriors, which are really the elite of your forces. But sometimes you just need a unit
I
to
like
kind of
the
get in the
Grand
way of
Cathay. They're
something,
cool.
or to block
Old
a
World,
charge,
I mean,
or to fall
they
back,
got-
or
they
just
got
to
some cool
die, so
models
that other
for
units
sure.
don't have to. And peasants
It's,
give you
again,
that
something
option.
I don't
basically.
really
It's a cool world.
have
It's a cool
anything
world.
of, I don't think.
Now, we talked a little about missile units available to the armies of Grand Cathay. And there are 2 new missile units on the way as part of this reinforcement set. The first are the Iron Hell Gunners.
I like the gun guys.
The forges of
And I like
Nangao
the-
have been blazing hot to make new weapons and
what do you
munitions
call those,
for the
like,
armies of
statue
Grand
guys?
Cathay. The Iron Hell Gunners
When the
are
Grand Cathay
functionally
came out, they had some
blunderbusses.
cool
These
models,
things
like when
tear
they
through heavy
first came
infantry
out.
at short range,
The,
devastating missile troops. And they're reinforced by the Iron Hell Gunners, which you just saw there. So
Big
there's
statue
2 units inside this
dudes and the
reinforcement
cannons.
set.
They had some cool
The
ones
Iron
for
Hell,
sure.
short range, devastating against large units, and then you've got the Crane Gunners, which we'll go to next. So you can say they've
Shooting army in the old world, which is pretty
yeah,
cool.
you're certainly right there, aren't you? All of these things will be available first as part of the Defenders of the Grand Bastion, which is a reinforcement set. If you've not collected a Grand Cathay army before, you could use this as a starter, but it's really intended as that big block of reinforcements for your existing force. And it's, we should talk about when this is due out. It's going to be out like late winter into spring next year.
Yeah, so a little bit of a wait, but not too long. So if you like the look of those and you've not got any Cathay and stuff yet, pick up some Cathay now.
And the story as it unfolds in the old world.
Absolutely, a very exciting expansion for the old world.
Narrative sort of event taking place within Necromunda for a few years now. And you see here, this is a new book that's coming for Necromunda. It's called Spire of Primus. This is part of the Aranthian succession story that's unfolding. There's been a real power struggle on the planet of Necromunda. The planetary governor was deposed, presumed dead. Noble houses have been vying for power. And this book continues and
Necromunda has some
culminates
cool
some of that
stuff. I
story
don't really know
with the
anything about it, but
real
I've
appearance
seen
and
the
arrival
models
of a
and
major
models
player
are
within
cool.
the
These
arc
are
is called the
cool.
Aranthian succession, and Ozostium Aranthis is a presence that has been on Necromunda since before the birth of the Imperium.
He's really old, really old.
He looks well for it, right?
Yeah, he
Everything seems
looks all
fine. If you want to see just how he looks under his helmet,
Robo-Man.
on warhammercommunity.com, there's a picture of him without his helmet on. He is not a well man. Essentially, he is attempting the ultimate power coup to take control of Necromunda. I don't want to spoil who and what he is too much, other than to say he's got a really dark and unpleasant past, and I wouldn't want him in charge of my planet. He's not the good guys.
Yeah.
Or maybe he is if you like that sort of thing.
But there's a lot of other kits on the way as well for Necromunda. It's a fairly sizable release of stuff, actually.
Yeah. We've got a few things to talk about. These are the Palanite Justicars. You've seen Palanite Enforcers before. It's the responsibility on every planet in the Imperium for the. There's some cool things to talk about here. The man catcher is a Fullman operation here. They're just brilliant, right? Who doesn't want like a new squat with a
Ironhead
and a power
squat character?
So the idea of these is that a champion that add on to an existing Necromunda gang. You could probably make a gang out of it, but the idea is that really this is an expansion. The existing squads that you've already got, these are kind of the elite. These are what charter masters effectively means that they've earned their high rank within the squat hierarchy, and as a result, kitted out with some of the best equipment. They've got very good armor, they've got very good guns. These are going to pack a punch in your games.
Yeah, and like within this, there's specific specialists that do specific things. So one of them is the Exomaster. You see the bigger suit. They've got like this incredible understanding of like how the mining processes work and chem harvesting, and they've got the gear to do
across a range of different factions. I want to start off with some new character models for some of our Xenos factions.
Okay.
Is
Now we're freaking
Stormbrow.
talking,
He
people.
is a chthonic berserker character. He can lead your units of chthonic berserkers. And the lore for this guy is that he is an expert orc hunter. He's lost his hands in combat against orcs. They've been blasted off in some kind of horrific bout of firepower. But he is so tough. He's just got some new bionic ones. He's not overly troubled by it. He is a particularly tough kin. He has a clone scheme that makes him even more durable than the already durable Leagues of Votan already are. He goes right at the front of your army, in the middle of your chthonic berserkers, leads that unit into combat. He gives them explosive hits in combat. He does all sorts of horrible things to your opponent's army and makes an absolute mess of whatever you send him into.
And the orc's got a nosebleed. Right.
You have to punch an orc really hard to make its nose bleed.
I would think so. He's not the only new character model coming. Here we see the Twin Lance, part of the Tau Empire. Eddie, what are the Twin Lance?
So the Twin Lance are a new pair of special characters for the Tau Empire. Those of you who know your Tau Empire lore will know that Farsight was once the exemplar of the Mondkar, the killing blow within the Tau Empire, but he's sort of fallen out of favor with the Ethereals. They don't really like to put him on the posters and the propaganda anymore. So they were looking for someone new to represent the Mondkar within the Tau Empire. So they found these guys, the Twin Lance. This is a male and a female Tau who were once part of a three warriors that got together, but one of them was killed by a Gene Stealer Patriarch. These two responded with a perfect exemplar of the killing blow and managed to take out the leader of the Gene Stealer uprising. And from that point onwards, they were lauded as heroes of the Tau Empire. And now Lashwhip this is the Tyranid Prime with the Lashwhip. It's a lovely miniature and a really cool dynamic pose. It's the first time we've had a dedicated miniature to represent a Tyranid Prime infantry version. This is a character that you can put in amongst either Tyranid warriors or one of your infantry units. Makes that unit more efficient and obviously gives you some synaptic benefits as well. But I think just a really awesome Tyranid model, actually. Just really great to have something new to paint.
Yeah, we should say these three releases that we just described, so Beric and the Twin Spear and the Tyranid Prime with Lashwhip, we're expecting to see them release video.
Let's get into this video.
The Primarch Reborn demands the impossible. They await your presence, my lord. He commands us to reconquer the 500 worlds of Ultramar. In the 10,000 years between his death and rebirth, how many worlds have been scoured by the archenemy? Devoured by the monsters of the hive mind? Sacrificed on the altar of Exterminatus? He is a demigod out of time, fighting for a golden age that can never dawn again.
Welcome home. Rise, Demetrius Titus, Master of the Watch,
Back in action.
of the Second Company, Warden of Ultramar.
Titus back in action to help the to take back the
Sigmar
500.
reborn demands the impossible.
This is cool.
But only in death does duty end.
That was awesome.
That
I'm
was
a
awesome.
huge fan of Captain Titus. I followed him through Space Marine, the original game, many years ago. I've put too many hours to account into Space. Those troops look like.
This is the 500 world. Let's go. This looks sick. Oh my god, let's go. That Titus character stole the show so far for me. This 500 worlds seems cool. Digging it.
Fantastic. So here we see
Wonder if they're gonna explain
Here we see
what that
Captain
is.
Titus
Totally.
and the Wardens of Ultramar. This is a new plastic kit that is coming out for the Ultramarines chapter. This is
I
Titus
love
and his
that.
command staff as he embarks on this quest to
Ultramarines, but I'm
reunify the
getting
500
this.
worlds of Ultramar.
Absolutely. We know that
Captain
we've had
Titus
quite a
looks
lot
sick.
of Ultramarine releases recently, but I think for Titus,
course.
we can have one more. I think that's okay, right?
That
He's
is
kind of
sick.
cool. He's kind of cool. So this is Captain Titus. He has brought with him his brilliant
like this a
chainsword,
lot.
which we know from Space Marine 2.
I've got a lot of hours in the back.
This
Yes,
is
a lot-
still the
got a
show
lot
so
of
far
experience
for
with
me.
that chainsword.
Everybody.
He has the mantle of the
Let me
captain
know what down
once more,
below if
so
you
all the
agree.
regalia that you'd expect of that position. A very cool cloak, and he is at the centre of that new box set. But it's not just him. He's brought with him his entourage.
Possibly my favourite Space
Yeah,
Marine in the whole
they all
galaxy.
look cool.
Anybody here seen Secret Level? In the chat, have you seen Secret Level? If you haven't, you
I've
need to
seen
go and
Secret
watch it.
Level.
Imagine he is a
Here we have Commodore Gaius Silva,
Commodore
a
Gaius
commander
Silva.
in
I
the
like
fleet
this.
of
This
Ultramar,
looks cool.
responsible for making
This
sure
whole
that the
freaking
board
pack
over
looks
the
sick.
humans of that region as
This is
well. They
probably
command
the
the humans,
lamest of
board over the take new ones. So it's vital
This
that
guy's
he keeps an
kinda weird, too.
astropath nearby.
this character goes ahead of
care about
Titus, kind of as a messenger, but also as an
Forces of Ultramar, the
cool
battle very similar to the
messenger
Aftermath alongside the Ultramarines trying to retain those 500 worlds and defend the borders of Ultramar from aggressive alien forces and heretics.
So the idea with this set is that it's essentially Titus and his command staff, and it's a fantastic leadership unit to use in your game, taking place with the 500 worlds. Speaking of which, Eddie, do you want to get the book?
Look at the book.
We've got the book here today, so we can get it out
what
and
is
show you.
this?
This is Warhammer 40,000 500 Worlds Titus. It is when we say book, that's a little bit misleading. Here you can see it's a mighty slipcase that contains 4 volumes to it. What these volumes do is each has a slightly different thing. So you have the first of these books is called Titus. It's the lore. It's 80 pages of the narrative and the background that explains
I thought
the
they had
events
the
that are
books. They're
taking
going to
place.
show us the books.
You then have Dread Incursions. Dread Incursions are the way to play boarding actions and sort of close confines battles as they go from place to place. So we've seen some fantastic terrain come out for
So this is like a
Kill
whole
Team,
new
which would be really
game
useful for doing some of those sort of boarding action style situations. We've also got the War on Vespertor Front as a campaign. Anybody here enjoying the grand narrative this weekend might find this extremely appealing because this is a complete campaign system. In the background of this shot here now, you can see
Complete
the
campaign
map that
system.
comes. Oh, we've just lost it.
Yeah, I
but
saw the map.
there's an enormous map that comes
That's
with
cool.
this set. There's loads of stickers that you can sort of
You can play
track
through a
the progress of your
campaign. I
campaign
like
with you and your
that.
friends.
I actually
Fusion
do
of
like
space as a pivotal and important part
I
of the
don't
These guys
care that
are
much
finding
about
themselves
it,
going
but-
up against this guy.
That's cool.
This is Necrosaur Amantar. And who or what is Necrosaur Amantar, Eddie?
Necrosaur Amantar is effectively a deranged
Not as
destroyer
cool as the
lord
Titus
of
guy,
the
but
Necron.
very cool.
He is an ancient, powerful creature, and he leads an entire army of destroyers who want none of that kind of conquest or claiming land or anything like that. He just wants to wipe out all life in the galaxy, starting with Ultramar. There are even rumors that he might have been the origin of the Destroyer curse itself amongst the Necrons, so he's a pretty big deal. He has a particularly diabolical plan. Looking at the galaxy, he goes,
like
even though I
500
am
worlds
a
of
20-foot
Ultramar.
killing machine with lasers for arms, I don't think I could kill the whole
feel like they
galaxy,
can do a lot
but
of cool
I know
narrative
something
stuff with that.
that
That's very
could.
cool.
I'm going to put the Nightbringer back together.
Fantastic. So
This
the Nightbringer,
guy
you
is
might have seen, we showed it on WarhammerCommunity.com. This would have been the first time you'd seen it if it hadn't have gone out as a leak. We did mention leaks in our invitation video, but here is the Catan shard of the Nightbringer. The Necrosaur, his plan is to gather all of the Catan shards so that he can get the Nightbringer together properly and just kill all life in the galaxy.
Oh, that's
absolutely.
Cool.
It's not just the
like
new character and the new Catan shard that will be coming out. There will be some new ways of getting Necrons into your army. There is a new battalion, which basically gives you all the destroyers. So if you like the idea of an army of undying, unkillable robots hell-bent on destroying all life, this is the battalion for you.
Perfect.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, if your jam is just psychotic,
I think the
undead
Necrons are
robot
very
killing
cool.
machines,
Pretty
500 worlds is going to be your jam.
Like Battlestar
Perfect.
Galactica, like Cylon move, but
Feel like
I like them.
We've reached the end.
That is the end.
And that is the end.
Perfect.
And that was the preview show. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know down in the comments what you thought were the best miniatures of the show. Do you think it's worth it? Are you excited for the future of Warhammer? Or do you not like Nurgle, and was this a complete disappointment for you? Let me know down below. I did record an exit, but I had the freaking mic muted because I kept yawning during the stream, so just doing a quick voiceover here. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, so that you're notified when the next ones come out. And again, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.